everybody. It is 8 p.m. on Saturday, July 13th, 2024, and apparently a former sitting president was just now shot at and successfully, hit the target. So I haven't seen any of the footage. I haven't, oh man, I'm a little worked up. Also, if there's any mods in the chat, yet I do see Silly Pony. Hello Monica, hello Silly Pony. Any other mods that come into the chat? This is we're not playing around today. We're not playing games. Anybody that looks like they might be trying to start any type of a bickering, anybody that might be trying to justify this heinous criminal action against anybody at all today, the shit is going to be hid from channel forever. Thank you. Yeah, no warnings. Like somebody had said, hate breeds hate, ... with the sassy ... Like, no, that was too much for me, hidden from channel. Anybody else, get in line. And I don't care if you're my mom. I don't care who you are. Also, it's fucking ridiculous that I feel like I have to say this. And this is a moment for me. This is a moment for me where I realize that even despite the fact that I go way out of my way not to pander, I'm just constantly being controlled of what I'm doing based on what other people are doing. If y'all don't know how to goddamn act, I don't know what to tell you, okay? But I've never been a Donald Trump supporter, ever. Never. Actually, full disclosure, anybody here, I was so anti Donald Trump whenever he was running the first time. I would go to rallies to like oppose him and stuff, and all of that. So I have never been a Donald Trump supporter. But I think it is sick and fucked up and deranged that I have to live with you people who are making me feel through your deranged, fucked up actions like I have to give a qualifier. Like, oh, I'm not a Donald Trump supporter, but I don't think he should have got shot in the fucking head. That's how y'all make me feel. That's how y'all make people feel. So now that I'm done with that, I haven't seen any of these footage. No, we're not banning assault weapons. No, we are not. Goodbye. That's stupid. Anyway, I'm on it today. There's going to be a lot of, y'all are going to get a little more true feelings than usual. All right, let's go to CNN, our favorite news source, and see what's going on over there. It's ridiculous. We live in a world where they got people getting shot in the fucking head at campaign rallies, and there's people in my court right now trying to justify it. Ooh, woo! Think about that. Demons. It's got to be parasites or, something neurological. Maybe you need a conservatorship. I'm now going to show you the moment that just happened when the former president was... Trigger warning, and I ain't giving another one. Trigger warning, and I ain't giving another one, okay? I don't know what's on this tape. Leave if you're going to be sensitive. Thank you, Riley, for the super chat. Let's watch that video.
Hey, look what happened.
Okay, that's disturbing. What I will say is, from the sounds I just heard, that did not sound like a gun.
Hey, look what happened.
Let's watch that video.
Hey, look what happened.
So what you are watching is video from just a few moments ago when former President Donald Trump was on stage at his rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. You see the Secret Service who are surrounding him. You see how they got him to the ground. And y'all, I'm so like, I don't know, worked up, I guess, that I'm like literally I wasn't even looking at it. I was looking at comments. Y'all, okay, I'm not gonna look at this video and say this is somehow Donald Trump set this up. Come on, y'all. I mean, please. Okay.
So what you are watching is video from just a few moments ago when former President Donald Trump was on stage at his rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. You see the Secret Service who were surrounding him. You see how they got him to the ground.
No, I didn't. It happened so fast.
Take a look at what happened.
Okay. So what you are watching.
I don't know why I got it turned up.
A few moments ago, when former President Donald Trump was on stage at his rally in Butler, Pennsylvania.
Okay, we're getting news from Hillary Murphy that the assailant has been confirmed dead by the news.
The Secret Service who were surrounding him.
Like, this is in Pennsylvania. I went to law school in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania borders, like, it's 10 minutes away. Not this, but Pennsylvania, the state, like.
They got him to the ground. And that they were waiting to move him after we heard those noises. We don't know what those noises were at this point.
Right.
We do know that they get him off this stage and that the former president was in his armored vehicle. They have now left the site of that incident. So the former president, Donald Trump, no longer there at that rally site in Butler, Pennsylvania. If you watch more to see this full thing unfold, you see they move him off the stage.
Let me get my shoes.
His shoes came off?
He is standing up.
What's up?
It's unclear what his status is, but you see him put his fist up and you see him doing a fist pump. It appears like he's saying fight.
This is surreal. Like, this is like Jen Corona's 9/11 or something. Like, the big moment that everyone's like, whoa. Like, I really think y'all, and I'm gonna tell it like I mean it. I'm gonna tell it like I feel. You know, I will. We have reached such a stage of depravity, of fucked up. Sorry for my language today, but this is the truth. We have reached such a level that this isn't even phasing some of y'all. It's like, haha, funny. There's like, what has happened to humanity? Where is the empathy, the sympathy? He don't have sympathy, empathy for me. Okay, so that's the criteria. Like, this is so beyond, like, please, mothership. Beep, beep, boop, boop, come get me. Like, we're watching somebody get, at the very least, it's like some type of projectile being launched at their head. I mean, in this moment, people think he's being shot at with a weapon, like a gun. This video ain't gonna be monetized, so if y'all want to support the channel, you can make a super chat because it's all out on this one. But I felt like it was important. I felt like this was important to talk about. I'm just, yeah, anybody that's like saying something is fake, like, mods, please. I don't care who they are. Get rid of them. Ban. It's fucking ridiculous. I've said it many times. I don't understand why y'all are still in my goddamn chat talking like that. You may believe it. Yes, you may. I'm not telling you what to think. I'm telling you what you're not going to say in my live chat. I'll let y'all get away with saying a lot of bullshit in this live chat, but we're going to cut it off right now today. Yeah, do all that. Subscribers only as well, please.
It looks as if there might be blood on his ear.
Is he saying fight?
You watch me.
How old is this man? Thank you, Carrie Ann.
To see this full thing unfold, you see they move him off the stage.
Let me get my shoes. Hold on, you're ready. So we're gonna move to close.
He is standing up.
What's up?
It's unclear what his status is, but you see him put his fist up and you see him doing a fist pump. It appears like he's saying fight. It looks as if there might be blood on his ear. Again, These are pictures we are just seeing for the first time right now as the former president is led off the stage in Butler, Pennsylvania, after we heard loud noises and he was rushed to the ground. And then you see the Secret Service around him, getting him into his vehicle. Now, we do not know where he is gone. We just know that he was put into that car right there. While you see his fist in the air, it does appear as if there is some blood on his ear. Unclear how that happened.
He's just doing the fist.
Was rushed to the ground, and then you see the Secret Service around him, getting him into his vehicle. Now, we do not know where he is gone. We just know that he was put into that car right there. While you see his fist in the air, it does appear as if there is some blood on his ear. Unclear how that happened. Secret Service get him into the vehicle.
So there's more news coming out. Sounds like Joe Biden just made a statement. Did he actually make the statement, or did the White House make a statement? It is. It is. No. Hell no. Thank you also to Riley for the... Oh, tagged you in a video on Twitter that shows the assailant on the roof. Okay, let me start this one. Okay, let me see. Joe Biden respond, Trump shot. Did Joe Biden say something? I don't see any videos. Let's see. Biden briefed. Somebody put the link for me if you have it, where Trump almost got his TV turned. Yeah, he almost did. Notification from local news 1 minute ago. Whoa, no. Amanda said, time to put Trump in the bullseye. Biden comment didn't age well. Well, I mean, it looks like he wasn't quite in the bullseye since they didn't get him. Is Biden's town? I thought Biden is from Wilmington. Yeah, no, same, Rando. Thank you. Yeah, here, actually, let me, that wasn't on purpose. Okay, what else am I looking for here? Okay, let's go back to this video until we figure out what's going on with that Biden one. Oh, here. I got off the video. Hold on. Sorry. I'm all worked up, as you can tell.
I'm now going to show you the moment that just happened when the former president was speaking at his rally. Let's watch that video.
Take a look at what happened.
Started screaming. On the other side,
into the vehicle and rush him off that site and get him out of there. Again, we don't know where the former president is at this exact moment, only that he was taken away from the rally site there in Butler, Pennsylvania. Again, if you were just tuning in, former President Donald Trump was minutes into his rally there in Pennsylvania when we heard loud noises. He was thrown to the ground by Secret Service agents, who then rushed him in, as you're watching now, to that car and drove him off site. Our reporter, Elena Treen, witnessed this all unfold. Elena, I think you're here with us. I want to go out to Elena so she can tell us more of what she saw from her vantage point. Elena?
hi, Jessica. Yeah, so it's been a very chaotic couple of minutes. A lot of tension right now out here. So, as you mentioned, Donald Trump was on stage. It was just moments after he had walked onto the stage to deliver remarks. He was very briefly into that. And so I'm going to show you behind me. So around this area, somewhere off on that field over there.
Monica, can you send it in my text messages, because it will not. Shooter confirmed. It was a gun. Shooter confirmed. Somebody just texted me. Let me go to a live one. And Monica, if you wouldn't mind, or Pony or somebody, could y'all send me that link in my text, because it won't let me click it here. Let me just look up a live one so that we can get incoming live updates. News about, okay. No, not Joe Biden calls the dude Putin. Okay, live, CBS Live.
Building your online business?
No.
Go to
Is he live? Is this live?
But I don't have any facts. So I want to make sure we have all the facts before I make any more comments. Thank you.
Oh, missed it.
That was President Biden addressing the nation. Democrats are was gunfire here with Bob Costa, who's been
Okay, then.
Biden is facing consternation in his party over his recent debate performance in Atlanta. The president is someone who has had his differences, to say the least, with former President Trump over the course of this campaign. But we are in a fragile national moment when there's this kind of violence at a political event for your opponent. This will be a presidential moment, if there ever was one, in the 2024 presidential campaign. We are soon to hear from the President of the United States, who is at his weekend residence, a place he loves returning to for peace and quiet, Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Here's the president.
I've been thoroughly briefed by all the agencies in the federal government as to the situation, based on what we know now. I have tried to get a hold of Donald. He's with his doctors. Apparently he's been doing well. I plan on talking to him shortly, I hope, when I get back to the
Does
cell phone.
anybody have a exact time from a quasi reliable source? Ideally, somebody who is actually there, exact time, like within the window. Anybody? Because right now it's 8:17 p.m. Eastern.
Look, there's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this. And so I want to thank the Secret Service and all the agencies, including the state agencies, that have been engaged in making sure that the people who, and we have more detail to come relative to other people maybe injured in the audience. I don't have all that detail. We'll make that available to you. I may be able to come back a little later tonight, but we'll put out a statement if I'm not able to if it's not convenient for you all. But the bottom line is that the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully without any problem. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. And everybody must condemn it. Everybody. I'll keep you informed, and if I am able to speak to Donald, I'll let you know that as well. But so far, it appears he's doing well, number one. Number two, that they're thoroughly investigating what happened to anyone else in the audience. We have some reports, but not final reports. And every agency in the federal government, and I'm going back to my phone to speak with the federal agencies that are being put together again to give me an updated briefing. Has anything happened? They learned any more in the last couple hours. So thank you very much, and I hope I get to speak to them tonight, and I'll get back to you if I do, okay?
Do you think it was an assassination attempt?
I don't know enough I have an opinion, but I don't have any facts. So I want to make sure we have all the facts before I make any more comments. Thank you.
That was President Biden addressing the nation after
So we're a little bit behind, so I don't want to get too far behind because this is like a live. But just quick reactions, quick impressions of Biden's speech. I think it was fine. I actually also think he took his Adderall or whatever today because he definitely doesn't seem as out of it as the other night. But his points as well, I agree with. I could have probably chosen better words, but I agree. I'm glad he didn't take it as an opportunity to say something stupid like some of y'all have.
President Trump was presumptively shot at a rally in Pennsylvania. Shots rang out at this rally. We are told the potential shooter is dead. Someone in the crowd is also dead. But what really stood out to me from this address was the president called former President Trump Donald. I'm trying to get a hold of Donald. I hope he's okay. All of the kind of political vernacular has kind of faded away, and now he's talking about talking human to human. He said Donald is with doctors and trying to get a hold of him. He, of course, condemned what happened, condemned political violence. He said, quote, "It's sick."
He also said he's trying to learn more information. We do know that some kind of firearm was discharged, and we're trying to learn about how what exactly happened. We've heard from Donald Trump Jr. as well, just in the last few minutes, sent by an aide. Don Jr. was not there. Donald Trump Jr. not there. But he said, quote, "I just spoke to my father on the phone, and he is in great spirits. He will never stop fighting to save America, no matter what the radical left throws at him." Okay, we don't know about the intention of the shooter or motivation.
Yeah, there's a lot of us on Adderall, including me, girl. So, wait, who said it? Y'all saying stuff too fast. Somebody said there's a lot of us on Adderall. Oh, yeah. Me, I'm one of them. That's how I can tell when somebody took theirs. I'm an expert, you know. Not really. I never went to medical school. Okay.
Anyway, at this time, that's a quote from Donald Trump Jr., the president, former president's son. President Biden.
So it's 8:21 now. This is like 2 hours ago. This just happened.
Free for March from Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, a place where he likes to enjoy some peace and quiet on the weekend. Not this weekend, having to speak out about violence at a political rally. He called it sick. Sick.
We have Major Garrett also on the line. Major, what do you take away from the president's remarks, and what are you hearing from your sources?
Well, first of all, everyone, I just got to Milwaukee. I got here about 5 minutes ago, right off the airplane, and I'm shocked to hear the news out of Butler, Pennsylvania. The president's remarks are all the nation knows, and he's at the top of the pyramid of all the available information. I can tell you this from Milwaukee. I just got off the phone with Reince Priebus, former Republican National Committee chairman, former White House chief of staff to Donald Trump, and now currently the chairman of the Republican National Convention here in Milwaukee. He said three things. One, he's been on the phone with those close to former President Trump. The former President Trump is well, does not expect to change anything about the program here in Milwaukee. Will come in here, if anything, more energized, more raring to go. That is a word from Ryan.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, someone said CABC. I do like to do that. I like to go to the different channels just to see how they do
Look
it.
up to 5 years younger.
Wait. Y'all, I'm not going to make any commentary. I'm not saying anything at all. I just want y'all to see something real quick. With this going on, with this what we talking about right now, okay? Look what's highlighted at the top in blue up there. I'm not saying anything. Nobody say anything. Just look. Just look. Okay, now we're at ABC. Okay.
Ads off of the airwaves. So this is a moment where instead of ramping up, you are having the campaign hit the pause button completely. Now, what will that mean? How will that change this race? Will it change the way?
Wait, what she's saying? Let me rewind like a minute. Let's see what we're doing in
Trying to
here.
reach out to him. We don't know why he wasn't able to get a hold of him, but the president said he's going to continue to try. And this, you can't understate how much it has completely and totally upended this campaign, this race, this moment that we are in America. We were just days away from the Republican National Convention. We have seen, of course, a ratcheting up of divisive rhetoric in this country. We were at a point where you were hearing, as Joe Biden has been facing a lot of doubts from those within his party about the future of his own candidacy.
TJ's asking if there's any new information, but I think it's this is like a live thing here. Somebody said NBC has an updated article. Trump, NBC, let's see. 9 minutes ago, live updates. Okay, let me pull that up. Live updates. Trump injured and spectator dead after shooting at Pennsylvania rally. Shooter is dead. Former President Donald Trump had blood on his ear and pumped his fist as he left the stage. His campaign said he is fine, and Secret Service said he is safe. Yeah, exactly. Y'all, well, the ones that gets banned, y'all can be divided somewhere else, but you can't be dividing over here. CBS has update from 7 minutes ago. Okay, let's go see what they doing over there. Okay. Let's make it. Former President Donald Trump was escorted off the stage from his rally in Western Pennsylvania today after shots were fired shortly after he started speaking. Blood on the side of the head. Secret Service confirmed in a post on X that Trump is safe. Oh, there's a post on X. Let me show y'all that receipt. An incident occurred the evening of July 13th at a Trump rally in Pennsylvania. The Secret Service has implemented... Sorry, saving my screenshot. You know, stuff gets deleted out here and it just disappears off the face of the planet. It's a reflex. An incident occurred in the evening of July 13th, the Trump rally in Pennsylvania. Secret Service has implemented protective measures, and the former president is safe. This is now an active Secret Service investigation, and further information will be released when available. Okay. One spectator is unalive, and the second is in serious condition. Shooter is dead. President Joe Biden condemned political violence. So then they get into the Biden thing. Trump Jr. says father is in great spirits. Biden campaign to pull ads in the wake of the rally. Okay, that's interesting. So that was 11 minutes ago. Joe Biden's re-election campaign will pull its television advertising in the wake of today's violence at the rally. The Biden campaign, this is a quote, the Biden campaign is pausing all outbound, I was trying to do too much at once, all outbound communications and working to pull down our television ads as quickly as possible, the official told NBC News. We must unite to decry such violence. Witness says man was shot dead while facing Trump. A doctor who was at the rally saw somebody dead. The doctor identified himself as Joseph. Well, I'm going to need a little more than that, Joseph. Sitting in the bleachers at the far left of the podium when he heard shots ring out. A couple yards away, he saw a man fall to the bottom of the bleachers after being in the back of the head. He said the man was facing the former president and appeared to be in the way of someone who was aiming and firing. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Joseph said the man was instantly killed from what he could tell. The SWAT team began evacuating everyone, and Joseph, the doctor, helped officials carry the dead man, and the officers placed a towel on his head before carrying him away. At first, Joseph said he was in shock and that he knew the pops were gunshots, but didn't know where they were coming from. They were very loud and very close, he said. Joseph said after the man was shot, he was able to piece together that it looked like the shots were coming from behind the bleachers. What? Who is Joseph? I don't know about this. He said others thought it was a joke at first, and it did sound like fireworks. It did. It was like a confusing sound. It was, quote, rather chaotic at that point. Another woman nearby appeared to have been shot in the forearm or the hand, he said, adding that he counted 7 shots, and the injured woman was hit within the first 7 shots. 7 shots? Trump campaign tells staff not to speak to media. Everything is okay. Trump's campaign is in a complete communication lockdown, according to a message sent to staff by James Blair, the political director of the Trump campaign and the Republican National Committee. Everything is okay. We have no details to share at this time, but we'll follow up soon with more information. Anyone who speaks with the press, even on background or off the record, will be found and terminated immediately. Oh, Lord. Refrain from commenting, speculating, posting. Complete and total lockdown. Your personal safety is utmost importance. Please exercise extreme caution. Okay. Misleading and false claims spread quickly online. This was posted 25 minutes ago. Hold on, let me see. I think I had some things come in here. Oh my goodness. Hold on, Shane. Shane, do you want to come on live? That would be cool if you could. Shane says, I was there and I saw a lot of the commotion. My sister and mom were standing outside of the event and saw the shooter pull up. Oh my God, please. Monica, please give Shane my number so I can text him. I don't know, somehow. How do you get in touch with Shane? I want Shane to come on the channel and tell us what Shane and Shane's mom saw. And also, thank you so much for the super chat. Exact quote from Joe 5 days ago. So we're talking about the debate. It's time to put Trump in a bullseye. Oh my God, stop. That's not true. I don't believe it. I'm just kidding. I do believe it. Shouldn't be kidding. Yeah, what the hell, right? And like the thing is, it's not just Trump got shot. Apparently 2 other people got shot. One of them's dead. Come on, y'all. And all y'all saying it's not real and it's fake. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and assume that nobody's lying to us about that right now. And if we find out it's fake later, we can hold people accountable. But I don't think, I mean, come on. It's a good question, D. Yeah, no, I mean, it's probably shocking though, that age like melt. Okay, what are they saying? Okay, here's what they're saying about the conspiracy theories. Shane, comment if you want to, Shane, comment if you can go live. If not, still send me an email because I want you to come on eventually. If you can't right now, I understand, it was a traumatic moment, but it will be helpful to be able to tell the stories of the people that saw it because that's so much more valuable than just some random, I don't know. Well, now I'm being fussed at about a conspiracy theory already. Okay, here we go. 27 minutes ago. Conspiracy theories, unverified claims, and misleading social media posts have racked up millions of views on X in the immediate aftermath. One of the most quickly emerging and so far unsupported narratives to come out of the incident is that it was staged. On X, the word staged became the second highest trending topic immediately. We'll see. It's not showing up in here because we banning everybody. Okay, what else? Anything else new? Anything else new up here? Let's see if there's any new things from. Okay, that's 11 minutes. Okay, let's see if there's anything else new here. Trump live updates. Say that. 15 minutes ago. Okay, AP News an hour ago. It's being investigated as an assassination attempt, according to the AP. Shooting at Trump rally is being investigated as assassination attempt, AP sources say. Law enforcement officials, a shooter is dead, an attendee was killed. Campaign says he is fine after being whisked off the stage. I have an opinion, Biden says, but I don't have any fact. The FBA said in a statement that it was on the scene and working. Okay, so FDA, why did I say that? FBI, trying to go too fast. FBI said in a statement it was on the scene and working with the Secret Service. Okay, it looks like oh, it's going to load an ad now. Great. Okay, what else? Hit the like button, please. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Oh, man. How? Yeah, if anybody has facts, I feel like he could have some. I dropped the post that Biden made with the bullseye probably 10 minutes ago. Ton of photographers at these things. Crazy. Okay, this is apparently the scene now. I think this is still live. Like, they're all still talking about it. Okay, so it says in the caption under here, he's being checked out at a local medical facility and that he's fine. Oh man, the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee is set to begin on Monday, day after tomorrow. We cannot be a country that accepts political violence of any kind. That is not who we are as Americans. Okay. Extending thoughts. Okay. Just seeing if there's anything new, anything different. Oh, Trump campaign advisor publishes and then deletes social media posts. See, this is why I got to go to all the different little ones because some of them has different ones. Trump campaign senior advisor Chris, I don't know how to say this, Lascivita? How do you say that? Responded to the shooting with a post on X, quote, well, of course they tried to keep him off the ballot. They tried to put him in jail. And now you see this. Oh, okay. Well, it says the post was later deleted. Okay. So this is saying, it seems to be implying, look, this isn't a tweet. This isn't a picture of a tweet. I don't know if this is real. This is the AP public record, but it's 36 minutes ago. The AP reported that the Trump campaign senior advisor named Chris, I'm sorry, I do not know how to say that name, the last name, Lascivita, maybe. He posted a tweet allegedly that, implies that it's like a conspiracy from sort of like high levels of government or something, and not like some random or something. But then the post was deleted. And now I'm understanding why I think, putting the pieces together, why now there's that memorandum where nobody can say anything at all, because it's like, y'all can't just be spouting off like that. Shane is here. He messaged me. Send me a Shane, send me a he texted me. Okay, Shane, I'm gonna send you a link. Can you come on here? Okay, let me check my phone. Okay, hold on. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Jaded. Love you too. Love you, mean it. Can never get enough BJ Mayday. Yes, thank you. Okay, let me check my phone because I think we might be able to get somebody. Okay, Shane, I'm gonna send you the link to this. If you can come on, come on. If not, that's fine too. No pressure, kind of thing. Okay. Just getting this set up, y'all. Sorry. Let me turn on the live news. The live, stream. Hold on. Let's see, do a different one. This one's called A1 Live. Okay, let's see who they are. What's going on over there? Ah!
United States Secret Service, along with the U.S. Attorney's Office, in their investigation into this shooting today at the Trump rally. You were just asking a question about
the president. Who's the president? Oh no, Joe Biden. He already went live, I thought.
Whether or not the former president was shot directly, either grazed in the ear or in the cheek, or whether or not this was a ricochet. That's something that they're still trying to get a handle on, and whether or not a piece of glass is what may have struck him. But either way, he obviously, from the photographs, was struck in some fashion by something. The other information that we were being told, and I'm going to bring in the reporting of my colleague Kelly O'Donnell on this as well, is that this shooting happened outside the Secret Service perimeter.
Okay, so Shane is here. Just gonna bring you on live, Shane. 1 second here. Let me just take this down.
Oh shit. Sorry, my mom.
Girl, same.
This is my sister and I.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Hello. Hey. So I'm just gonna kind of let y'all take it away. I might turn my fan on, but it might be loud. But
That's okay.
What's going on? We're live. We're here.
Yeah. So, hey, everybody. So I was at the Trump rally. I was in the event myself, and my sister and my mom and my aunt were standing outside of the event where the shooter was. And where I was standing, I wasn't in the main area. There was easily probably 30,000+ people there, hands down.
Whoa.
Hands down. It was crazy. And so there was, I'd probably say like 10,000 people immediately in the central area where President Trump was,
For sure.
where the bleachers were. And then there were a ton of people sitting in seats around him.
Yes.
And then as it got further back, it was just people in the lawn. I was probably about 20 rows back from the seats sitting in the lawn. And
20 rows back from
like where all the seats were. So there were
okay.
probably at least like 20 rows of seats behind, or I guess in front of President Trump, all the news media people. And then it was just about 20, 30 rows of people, general admission, no seats in the lawn area where I was sitting.
Okay.
And then my sister, my mom, and my aunt were outside of the venue. There is a business it would be President Trump's right-hand side.
Yes.
It was outside of the fence.
Yes.
It was a business called American Glass Research. It's been there years.
AGR.
And so there were people standing along the fence. You couldn't see President Trump, but you could hear him.
Yes.
And so
Okay, so it was like a Taylor Swift thing. They're all gathered around because they didn't have tickets.
We actually saw Trump come up the stage, like the back steps to where he kind of came ever forward, whatever, obviously, because I could not see because I was along the fence line. We saw him come up, and it happened short moment. Like I'm only grasping it in moments because it seemed like such a quick time that it happened within, but it seems like it was only maybe 10, 13, 15-ish minutes that all of this transpired within. And I am only here to tell my story because I do not want the media to put out a narrative that is not true, that it didn't happen, that it's fake. I was right there. I was standing feet from where the shooter was on the roof. And I am not even 100% sure if the man that they're portraying to us right now is the actual shooter. I don't know if I should necessarily say that or if I have the brains to say that, but I saw some gentleman pull up into the blocked off parking lot where there were only empty police cars that they had left to park. And this person came up on a black motorcycle. It was a Harley. They were wearing very tight black wash skinny jeans with a yellow "Don't Tread on Me" flag around their neck. They got off the motorcycle. I noticed them for a moment because I noticed the flag and it stuck in my brain.
Right.
And so I noticed them and I turned back around towards where Trump was, towards the fence to listen. And then I'm just kind of, looking around, taking in the area around me. And then I turned obviously all the way around me and he is gone and he's no longer there. And so I looked to my right up the fence line and I did not see him. And he's wearing that large flag on his back. So he would be easy to spot in the crowd. And there's not very much farther than you could go from where I was looking. And so then I looked back to where his bike was parked and I saw that the side door of the building was wide open. And I had walked right past that door maybe half an hour before Trump pulled up. So I saw that door was not open. And then when I noticed that the door was not open, I saw a police officer coming straight towards the door. And then I saw a state trooper coming from my right running, and I saw him draw his weapon. And then more cops came running towards that general area, fleeing around the building. And then all of a sudden, what I heard was 5 shots. I know what gunshots sound like, and they were 100% gunshots. I don't think they were from a super high powerful gun or anything like that. I just think it's something that anybody could probably get,
Yeah.
So
Yes. It would seem to me if there was one there to be used for a criminal purpose, it would probably be one that's concealable because I mean, I don't want to make any stereotypes. I've never been to a Trump event, but I assume it's like an open carry type of style of thing where you're not going to want to be the antagonist. Not there.
Brittany, I went through security, and you
There's no
definitely no
gun.
way you could get a
Yeah.
gun
No.
into the
Okay.
rally.
There's no way.
No way.
That's good to know. There was like metal detectors and stuff.
Yeah, it was a whole
Hundreds of
Secret
cops.
Service was everywhere. You had to go
Okay.
through metal detectors. Now, I will say they were lenient because some people were allowed to bring certain things in that they said you weren't allowed to bring in.
Like what?
For instance, aerosolized sunscreens.
Right,
Oh,
the spray.
Yeah, like a spray.
cans.
Some
They were like,
people
we
had
don't
them
want
in.
these people cooking out here in this sun because look
Right.
at them.
Yeah,
They just
yeah.
it's hot.
But that's what all I'll say is it didn't even sound like gunfire at first. It sounded like somebody letting off firecrackers, and then all of a sudden everybody
Yeah,
got
that's
down.
from the video that I'm watching, the playing. It was like it didn't sound like that. Like it was like pow pow, like little
Yeah.
pow.
But to the average person who has never experienced something like that before, I have actually experienced a shooting in my life before. I've been through something like that. So I
Wow.
immediately knew
Yeah.
what those were. And I'm not exactly sure if they came from the police, from the shooter. I that's something I will not speculate on. And again,
Right.
I
We don't know how
if
many came from where and who and
Right.
what.
No, I heard initially 5. I can
Okay.
count them off from sound recognition, like in memory in my head. And like I said, I've been through a shooting before, and so I do have a little bit of that trauma brain inside of me. So going through something like this again, I immediately was like, oh my gosh, this is a shooting, and I don't, so I'm not sure. And like, again, I'm not, like you said, not trying to speculate or stereotype
Right.
or anything like that. But to me, people that are there are saying that they saw this gentleman army crawling and trying to scale the side of the building with a gun. And I saw someone come up on a motorcycle who should not have been there, dressed like MAGA people would be, or Trump supporters, whatever you want to call us. And he disappeared. And then the door was open of the building that should obviously not have been open. And then the cops were surveilling. So something is fishy about the whole
y'all
thing.
educate me on what's the deal with the roof? I didn't get to that point in the I'm not sure what is they shot the guy, he was on the roof?
Supposedly.
There are photos, and I can text you the photo, Brittany, later, of the gentleman that they supposedly, that was the shooter that they killed. He was on the roof, and so there's photos going around that people are sharing.
Then presumably the projectile would have had to come from an upward angle down.
Correct. And it did not seem like it came from an upward angle.
It
And then
seemed like it was
my other friend who was there sitting, I had a few friends that were in the first few rows, and people definitely got shot.
Yes.
People
they saw you.
like,
Did
yeah,
some
they
of your
saw
friends saw
civilians.
people or
Civilian, unarmed civilian people got shot by this person.
Yeah.
And I am
Wow.
going to call this person a terrorist. You do not do this. You do not do this stuff. I think people have us so misconstrued as people who support Trump. We don't want to hurt nobody. We don't want to do anything. We just want to live our lives and be peaceful and normal. That's it. And for someone to come and do
every
that.
group has insane
Radicals.
lunatics, and
Yes.
and
yes.
it's they got some that's insane, but
Exactly.
Yes.
they got insane lunatics in literally every group, every religion, every political. Y'all probably y'all know I don't really choose
Mhm.
one, but
Right.
I am for the people,
Yes.
and that is why I am making this video, because
Thank you.
whatever you think about Trump or not, people were also shot.
Yeah.
Yes.
People
To
Thank
make a
you.
joke,
Yes.
and it's oh, but they're making that up. Okay, well,
No.
listen, people have made stuff up, and if they making this up, we can address that when we have the evidence for it. But from
Right.
right now, I'm seeing at least one person's no longer with us.
I promise you, I would never lie. I swear on my soul, I would never make this up. I was right there. I was feet away from it. I dragged my aunt out of the line of literal fire. I am so serious. I want people to know that this really happened. It is real. It is not made up. I don't know what the circumstances in the deep are, because there probably are. We already know how it goes, but it is real and it happened. My mom was right next to me. My aunt was right next to me.
Does mom have anything to add?
Mom knows
Mom,
that
do you want to go on?
he dropped the tripod.
Do you want to say anything?
I was paying attention.
Oh my God! Now I want to come sit out there with y'all.
Yeah,
Y'all out there on the
come to the pool,
porch,
Brittany.
please. is
We're
I
only
get,
like
let me
5
get in my
hours away
Honda.
from we're 5 hours from New Jersey. So
Let
please
me
come.
get in my ridge line and come sit out there, seeing
Yes.
your mom. Like, hold on, let me get in that pool, girl. Hey.
But anyway,
Yeah,
I like to pay
I'm sorry. I
attention and
interrupted
I'm real observant to what goes on.
I call her a trained observer.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brittany.
So
Welcome to
anyway,
the family.
there was like a barn, and there was two guys up there, and they were paying attention. They were like spotters, whatever. They had binoculars, they had their tripods, and they had their guns, and they're just scoping. We were. I'm sure they heard us. We weren't.
Sorry, Brittany. The police are strolling down our street as they're probably going.
We live 5-minute walk from.
They
the
want to
event,
hear.
so.
They want to hear the tea. Oh, that y'all live by
anyway,
it.
I'm paying attention. You know, you see unmarked cars. You see one. Oh, he wasn't there before. You see another one. So I'm standing there watching all the military guys, and they're just standing there lined up by the gate because whether that was a ploy to say, okay, Trump's going to come in the other way, or is he coming in this way, or what? And
Like
they're
a
all
decoy.
standing there like this with their fingers on the trigger.
Very
And I am
ready.
paying attention because I'm like, okay, they got the binoculars. They are paying attention. And I'm like, uh-oh. The one guy that was up there spotting, he was gone. So I see the other guy. He puts his tripod, and there's the gun. And then I'm like, holy shit.
Something's
Yeah.
She's
And
referring to the sniper that was on
Yeah,
the
on the
building
roof.
behind President
On the
Trump.
roof to protect Trump.
To
For
Right,
security.
right.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then I can hear everybody running. You see all these cops coming towards the building saying he's on the roof, he's on
100
the
of
roof, you know, and like we all, and then
So,
they
yeah,
said,
what did all y'all do? It was like
we ran
just
like
We
hell.
ran.
Behind a
We
tree.
ran and hid behind trees, Brittany.
We're like, we
Oh,
couldn't
here we
believe
go.
it.
What the hell is up going on now?
I don't know. But we ran and hid behind trees,
Yeah.
Brittany.
because it's just like I don't know, but I'm pretty sure, and I'm getting out of here.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Like we
Yes.
just, and then,
Yeah.
and
What
then,
the fuck?
and
Well,
then, and
well,
then,
real quick,
Sorry.
when we were all in the stands, we didn't even really know what was going on.
Right.
We just kind of ducked and covered and all just kind of said prayers and just kind of held our cool until we got more instructions because we really didn't know what was going on.
What were
And then-
people around y'all saying?
I don't
People
know.
right around me didn't know what was happening at first. And then we saw Secret Service gather President Trump off the stage. And as he was going off the stage,
Like, dogpile him.
President Trump stuck his head out, raised his fist up, and he was fine. So he seems okay.
How was that moment? It seemed like a pretty hype moment. People kind of started cheering and screaming. Like, was it just a relief because everyone knew he was okay, or was it like, yeah,
that's all I
rally?
cared.
That's
That's
the
all I
cheering
wanted to
and
see.
screaming.
I
Yeah,
wanted to
we've
make sure
heard.
he was okay and that other people
Yeah.
were okay. Like,
So
that
how
was
did the
scary
news
part.
spread around y'all? Were y'all just there and had to read it on your phone,
Well,
or was
all
it like
of a sudden
people
they just
were-
tell us to escort out of the premise slowly, and so as all of us just started
It's
walking
different.
out, they started, people just started talking, and then a few people beside me said, yes, President Trump did get shot. President Trump got shot, and other people got shot. I was sitting right beside a woman, and the next thing I know, she's down, and I start seeing blood, and that's when I know I need to get out.
You saw a woman right
I
next
did.
to
This
you?
is what a woman told
Oh,
me as
someone's
I was walking
relaying
out.
this
Yeah,
to
I
you.
was too
Okay.
far away from the initial event,
Right.
so I didn't see any blood. I didn't see any actual firsthand gruesomeness. Thank goodness.
Yeah, but
Um,
So was there like enough room for y'all to kind of retreat and spread out, or
Yeah,
was it,
it
like a
wasn't any like
stampede?
panic. It was nobody started running. It was
Yeah.
actually very organized. I don't think
Yeah.
any of us truly realized what happened until then you start seeing the Life Flight helicopter land and you start seeing more police start swarming and you just
The-
knew something
the, like,
happened
SWAT
that
team.
wasn't supposed to happen. Because
Yeah.
at first we were all just waiting to see if President Trump was going to come back on. And like, was it just a hoax of like firecrackers or something? But
Right.
then we realized, oh no. And then when I saw the Life Flight helicopter land, and then cell phone service became very shoddy too.
Yeah, they like shut all that.
I couldn't get a
down.
hold of any of my family, so everybody's blowing my phone up thinking something happened to
You
me.
know,
And
I
I'm
was
like,
just talking to somebody the other day about like we need to go back to like how we did in the 90s, where it's like if
walkie-talkie.
we get lost, we're gonna all meet
Yeah.
at this spot.
Yep.
Yes,
Like, or
yes.
if you get lost, you got to go to register 3 at the
Yes.
Walmart because Miss Debbie will page your mama. Like, we got to get back to
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
gonna happen whenever the phone, because you can just lose the phone, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, but I got an Apple Watch and I got a this that, and it's like, oh man,
No,
I remember
gotta
being
be
at like
smart.
big football games at LSU, and it's like you could be lost from your friends for 7 hours because
Yes.
you could
100%.
I mean, it's the same thing here if we were to go to like a Steeler game or a
Right.
Pirate game or even just a regular concert
That would
at
be
like Burgettstown, we call
so
it.
scary to not be able to find your mom,
Yes.
your sister, your brother at a
Yes.
rally. Oh my God. But
I
it
hugged
sounds
my
like at least
dad.
there wasn't stampedes.
No, it was very organized and everybody was very respectful.
I hugged my dad so tight.
There were a few outliers that I was like, you're a little crazy. I'm going to stay away from you.
And
But
you'll have that. You
Yeah.
have lunatics everywhere you go and all that.
Some gentleman, or I'm not necessarily going to call him a gentleman, but he was walking through the neighborhood area on a bullhorn
yeah.
saying some very outlandish stuff. And it's like, sir, we do not feel that way. And we're not going to just rah in the streets because some kook and crazy decided to do something very radical.
Yeah.
Like that's not who we are. And we're not going to do that.
Say that, you know, and it's like, I'm glad that y'all are on here and you do take, because I'm always on here going, I don't pick a side. And it's like, no, y'all picked a side. And guess
Yeah.
what? You deserve to be able to peacefully go do that.
Yeah.
And I don't think that you should go to your chosen political candidate's event and have to fear that you might leave
No.
in a body bag.
Yes.
I never thought that going there today. I was so
Oh, me
excited.
neither.
It was my first time being able to
It was
go
a
to
beautiful
a
night.
rally to
It was
experience
beautiful.
it. And you know what? Everybody there was very respectful. Everybody was very kind. It was very nice talking to just people in general and talking about where people's backgrounds are, how they got there, what their beliefs are. And that's what I like overall from my experience there, because I had to get there at like noon to stand in line through
Get your
security.
spot.
Like it's an event and it's long and it was hot.
It's
and
hot today.
everybody
Yes.
was very respectful and everybody was very kind. It was organized the best they could. And I give my hats off to all the people involved. The law enforcement people were
Yes.
very,
Shout out to
very,
them.
very
God bless
reactive.
them. God bless
in a
Hey,
good way.
listen, shout out to them where we can because
Yeah.
you know
Yes.
we see them acting a damn fool half the time.
And then they took President Trump to the local hospital here, Butler Memorial Hospital,
Yes.
and it's on lockdown right now because I'm a nurse and I have friends that work at the hospital. So they were like,
Okay, good.
well, the hospital's on lockdown. And then, yeah.
Which makes sense in this
Yes.
situation in
Yes.
particular. So I wonder, let me look it up. Like, have y'all heard any information on any suspected who this shooter is? Like,
Nope, we've just seen a
nothing's
picture.
out yet.
We've only seen like a very not so great picture of him. It seemed only of him. I will say unalived on the roof of the building.
So there is picture of that somewhere
Yes,
public.
there is. It is
Okay.
not the same person. And again, I am not accusing anybody. I have no idea. I am just stating what I saw and what I feel in my gut because I know a vibe when I catch a vibe.
Mhm.
It's not the same gentleman.
Vibe tribe.
Or I can say gentleman,
Yeah.
but it was not the same man that I saw get off of a motorcycle who should not have been there. And to me, now that I've really like processing it and everything, things just don't add up. Like,
Right,
they
and it
never
could
really
be
do.
like a group of people could have been working together too.
Yes,
you know,
possibly.
maybe he wasn't the actual. You know, there's a lookout, there's a decoy, there's a.
Yes.
I don't know
Yes.
how. I wouldn't even know how to begin to orchestrate something like this. So I really
Me
can't
either.
get in the minds of these people and what they do.
Sorry.
No.
What's Mama saying, or is that Auntie?
No.
Who's over there?
Oh,
Yeah,
they're
they're
just
just they're
chit-chatting.
they're all just BS. That's just how we are.
Talking
We all just
about it
BS
all.
and talk over each
No
other.
family.
Yeah,
I say I'm not sure. I really don't know. But again, if I was someone trying to do something as such, would you be all out army crawling in the grass out in the like? I'm not doing this. Please don't
No.
come for me, government. I would never do this. Please, 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 God, I would never do anything crazy like
I
that.
don't know what I would do. Yeah, I might just, I don't know, write a
Would
diss
you-
track
but,
or
but,
something.
But in my mind, I'm like, I wouldn't do something like that. But I would hope nobody would do something like that.
That's
Right.
what I'm saying. It's hard for me to even try and psychoanalyze these lunatics.
Yes, because
they're
I know I
insane.
wouldn't. So you can't even think like a person who would, because we never would. We just never. I just don't even know how you could pull something off like that. Ridiculous.
We
Yeah.
were just.
We
Yeah.
just all were trying to have
Yeah,
a good
my-
time celebrating our
I'm
patriotic.
sorry
love
that
for the
happened to
country.
y'all. I think y'all
It is
should have been
okay.
allowed to go over there and just people leave y'all mind your business
Yeah.
and do your rally. I
Right.
mean,
Yes.
I would even like I said that before. I've said it on a video before. Like, I don't know. I guess if I guess if Donald Trump was having one by my house, I guess I would go. Like if Biden was, I'll probably go. I went to a
Right.
Bernie Sanders
Same.
one before because like I just
I've been
wanted
to a Bernie
see.
rally too.
Yeah.
I wanted to see. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
at the time I was in my like very heightened left state, you know,
Same.
and so I was like very actually, you know what? Sitting here today, I pretty much still can't find much to complain about Bernie. I could complain about it a little bit.
Same.
But he's fine. Like I
Yeah.
still like him, to be
Yeah.
honest. I
He
still
just
like
looks like a
him.
mean old man.
Yeah, he's just
He
like a
does.
run of the mill, like
That's
yeah.
my take on him.
And I thought it was like, I don't know, he was the chosen one when that little bird came and sat on his podium that one time. Oh, what the simpler times. But anyway, why did I start that whole thing? Oh, I went to the rally. I mean,
Yeah.
I would go to a Trump rally and I would expect to leave not having been shot.
Right.
So
I mean, I've been to concerts. I've been to many events.
Yes,
I was just
many.
in Philly for 4th of July last weekend, and that I would expect to be shot in Philly before getting shot in Butler, Pennsylvania.
So
5 minutes from our house.
Yeah. Meridian.
Yes. My heart goes out to the people that got shot and they are no longer with us.
Yeah, prayers, because
My
there
God,
are
to their families. Probably some of them were that lady where man was there with their family.
right.
Yeah.
There was a video. My friend who was at the rally sent it to me. I don't know what news source shared. It was an ER physician that was in the stands where people were shot. Yes, and he was explaining the situation at hand and saying that the gentleman had a head wound and that there was
Sorry,
brain
I
matter.
got my thing all messed up. Let me get my thoughts organized. Okay.
You're
Me
good.
too.
Take a
Sorry.
breath.
Yeah, we're all
We'll
here.
do some Wim Hof breathing together.
Like a one-woman production over here. Oh
Yes.
Lord. Okay. Thank you for the super chats. I'm gonna get to those in a second. Let's start from that again.
Yes.
Sorry.
That's okay.
It's live.
Yes, lost my train of thought. I don't even know
I'm
where
so
we
sorry.
were.
Oh my
It's
God.
okay. Gotta
had-
love live videos.
so
I feel
there
like
was a
y'all are
good-
like my cousins from another like dimension or something.
There
Like it
was a-
feels
there was a
very like
guy-
familiar.
He was actually close in the crowd and he saw a few people.
Yes, the ER physician.
Yes, get
And that was someone of your friends sent you a screenshot said that.
Yeah, of a
Yes.
video of an ER physician who started helping out bystanders in the who
Joseph?
got shot.
Shot,
Yes. And so
Okay, good.
he was reporting that there was a gentleman near him who sustained a head injury and that the ER physician described what he saw as brain matter.
Okay, so we read on here a
She's
verbal
like, "Wait, hold
account
on."
of that. They were
Yes.
just saying Joseph, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
who is
So
Joseph?
maybe that is the ER physician.
Yeah.
If I'll have my friend send me the video and I'll send you that video of the ER physician too if I can get that.
Yeah, it does seem that this has been updated. Let me read this update with y'all if that's okay.
Yeah.
We got from 15 seconds ago. This appears, I don't know if y'all heard, they are investigating it as an assassination attempt.
Yep.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this appears to be the first one since Reagan was shot in 1981. The
Yeah.
attack by a shooter who law enforcement officials say was then killed by the Secret Service was the first attempt to assassinate a president or presidential candidate since Ronald Reagan in 1981. The perils of campaigning took on a new urgency after this is AP News, but if y'all can't see the top. After the perils of campaigning took a new urgency after the assassination of Robert F. Kennedy in California in 1968. And again in 1972 when Arthur Bremer shot and seriously hurt George Wallace, who was running as an independent on a campaign platform that has sometimes been compared to Trump's. Okay, that's interesting. So someone else who's
That is
often
interesting.
compared to Trump has also, okay, interesting. That's George Wallace, apparently is that person's name. That led to increased protection of candidates, even as threats persisted, notably against Jesse Jackson in 1988 and Barack Obama in 2008. Presidents, particularly after the assassination of JFK in 1963, have even greater layers of security. Trump is a rarity as both a former president and a current candidate. And look, what I will say is this, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, if you got a different impression here, but I'm not sure the Secret Service really actually did very much.
It seemed like it was
I know.
more local law enforcement and state
Right.
police and like
Right.
county police that jumped in more.
Like he was holding us out of his ear, and everything shots were done by the time they got on him. And look, that's not me saying that they even could have possibly done better. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
In terms of protecting Trump on the actual stage, I think it was the Secret Service. In terms of behind the fence and the shooter, there were
Local
at
military.
least 100 cops that got on that spot immediately before a shot was
So
even
was it
fired.
like
And that it was
National Guard or something up in there?
no, it was just local. I saw one of my local police officers, and then I saw one of our state troopers.
It was the sheriff's office.
Yes.
It was the state police, and it was probably military or SWAT or whatever they.
Or maybe National Guard.
Yeah.
National Guard. But who I saw immediately going like towards the building, as soon as I realized the door was open on the side of the building and the cops, it was all of like, I would say maybe not so much our local, but like the state and like local police is what I saw. And they were
well,
there.
good on them for doing their job.
And they
Thank
told
you.
us all to get the hell out.
They saved my family's life because we were literally, I mean, I was literally right there. I was feet away from it. I could be dead right now and not even speaking. And I will say that with my full chest because it really, I was right there.
We all were. And then they come down along the fence. They were inside the fence. We were outside
the police.
The police, and they told us all to get the hell out of there. So we
to get out and to get down.
And thank
Get
God
your ass
we were
out here.
behind big trees. The trees were huge.
And there
thank
were
God.
trees. There were like
Y'all became tree huggers today.
Yes,
I'm telling you what.
Amen,
and
Jesus.
And I don't like to push religion on anybody, but I was surely saying my prayers and thanking the Lord that everybody was okay. And he was truly with us. I believe he was with God or with Trump. And I'm glad that Trump is alive. I'm glad that everybody who made it out of there okay is alive and is hopefully safe.
But my friend was sitting there on the bleachers where there was some people shot, and I don't know. I know one person did not make it for sure. She sent me a video. She said it was so damn scary.
So former President Trump has made a statement.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Posted a statement. Let me pull it up.
Yeah. Oh, on Truth
So
Social.
this is true. So y'all know he don't do nothing but on Truth Social.
Yeah, that's his social media site. Gotta love it.
Did y'all know? I know y'all knew. I'm telling the other, people. Did y'all know Trump actually started a whole social media site because Twitter wouldn't let him be on there?
Yeah.
And that was another thing. I don't like the man. Okay, but I mean, honestly, he's growing on me because I feel like everybody's trying to make me hate him so much. But I got to give him
They
credit.
made me hate him too.
Real quick. The fact the man, I'm going to say it, I'll say it, just taking away politics. The fact the man pushed out of a sea of suits with his face full of blood to go, fight, fight, fight.
Yeah. He literally did that.
says a
He
lot
literally
about him.
did that. He pushed out of it, raised his hands up. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, we're good. This little bullet's not going to push him down and he's going to keep fighting.
I was
Yes.
surprised that was what he did. Because I would have assumed something different. I'll just say, not trying to ruffle any feathers.
I should have had him on the ground.
I'm actually really not surprised he did something like that.
Right.
I understand why you have your opinion. I think sometimes Trump, that's just who he is. And I think that's just one of the reasons why they don't like him is because he just is who he is. Even if you don't think that that's who he is, I think we've only ever really seen one side of Trump, and that's just Trump. And I
think
don't want
what
it
you
any
see
other
is what
way.
you get with him. I think I've pretty much believed that for some time. And I have also come a long way in my perception of him too. Like I don't get quite as like worked up by it. I'm just like not trying to run out and like vote for him. Let's see what he said real quick.
Yes, let's read that.
And then, nope, wrong thing. Here we go. Okay. So True Social case, he said, I want to thank the United States Secret Service and all of law enforcement for their rapid response on the shooting that just took place in Butler, Pennsylvania. Most importantly, I want to extend my condolences to the family of the can you imagine how that would feel?
No.
Somebody
No.
comes with their family to see you.
No, I can't.
And there were little
no.
kids in there too, Brittany. Like I
Yes.
saw kids like on top of people's shoulders. Like you could tell like people were just so excited to be able to express their First Amendment right. And then for that to happen is so traumatic and so sad that those little kids. had
Oh
to
my
go through that.
God, it's sad.
There were kids standing right next to me, right where all the police were coming, and the mother of those children grabbed them and booked it.
Yeah.
As she should have. She
I
did
bet.
she was
Yeah.
amazing on that.
I want to extend condolences, he says, and also to the family of another person who is badly injured. It is incredible that such an act can take place in our country. Nothing is known at this time about the shooter, who is now dead. I was shot with a bullet. See, that's what I was wondering. Was it a rubber? Was it like he's saying it right here? I was shot with a bullet that pierced the upper part of my right ear.
Yeah.
I knew immediately that something was wrong and that I heard a whizzing sound. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
This is a war zone. And
Yeah.
immediately
Literally.
felt the bullet ripping through the skin. But bleeding took place. Oh, sorry, I'm too worked up. Much bleeding took place. Why you wrote it like that? So I realized much bleeding took
Probably was
place.
just
I mean, I
typing
guess he has
in the
other things to
hospital.
worry
Well, he's
about.
probably
Literally
Okay, fine.
in the ER on
Yeah.
True Social. I could just see him.
I mean, that's kind of like that surprise witness coded, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
we kind of have that in common. I'll be on the hospital bed, like,
Right.
what happened?
Live updates.
These fucking people are at it again.
Right? Well,
That would
thankfully
be
the
me. I'm not
hospital
saying
he's
that's
going
what
to,
happened.
he's pretty
He's
safe
being
there.
taken
So,
care
So
of.
then he
anyhow.
says much bleeding took place. I don't know why he said that like that. So I realized
He's
then
probably shaken.
totally. And that's what I was also saying. I was also saying that last night, like until just a totally obviously unrelated to this, until you are in a situation where your mind believes your life is in danger, you
Yep.
really can't. You don't even know. You could be hooked up to a lie detector test, and they could ask you, "What would you do if you were shot in the ear and you were standing behind and you might say something that might be the truth on the lie detector test, but then whenever that cortisol and that adrenaline and that epinephrine and that all kicks in,
Yes.
you might throw the fist in the air and say fight. You don't know,
Right. Yes. And that's another thing that I do, like why I wanted to stress, because like I was almost shot. My mother was almost shot. My aunt was almost shot in one way, shape, or form. Any way that you put that, the cookie crumbles. It sounds horrible when you say it. And this happened 5 minutes from my home.
and y'all live right there.
Yes,
Y'all
a
gonna pass
place that I
by
drive
there.
by all of the time. And so now imagine the almost paranoia that we have as people that live here. Are these people just walking amongst us? Like, and they just want to, like.
I think I would feel a little bit of
West.
paranoia too to express like a pro Trump sentiment, because you
That's
don't know
why
who's walking
my
around with a.
comments. That's my comments that I've made, saying some of the phrasing that I've said, because again, if y'all are listening, I am not doing anything. I did not have any involvement. I just witnessed it.
Right. And oh, where Shane went? Oh, the camera's cutting out.
Sorry.
Can you see
Sorry.
me? Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to call
A
me.
1,000,001 phone calls from everybody.
Everybody's calling. Y'all need to go. We frozen again. Everybody's calling. Everybody's
We're good.
calling.
Yeah.
It's up to you. It's
Yeah.
up to you. If you want us to go, we'll go. If you want to keep chatting, we
I love it. I
You
mean,
can
y'all
switch
have a
it
lot
out.
more valuable information than I have, because I don't know, girl. I wasn't there. So
My aunt's like, was it a setup? I was like,
have
I don't
seen
know, Aunt
people
Val.
saying that, but I don't even know. Like, I would need more information. What I will say,
Same.
I have a very open mind. I have a
No,
very
that's
open
fair.
mind.
Yeah.
We're just asking.
Yeah, and I mean, they're. I
Oh, that is ABC's news. ABC News is calling me and they want a statement. So
How did they get your number?
the number that just called me texted me and said, "This is Daniel from ABC News International.
Y'all better go
Saw
give ABC News a
We
statement,
saw
because
your
they
tweets
might.
and we want your side of the
No,
story."
bull-
So
Y'all need to go give them a statement, because you know why? Because if you don't,
Yeah,
they're gonna put another statement out that's not
they're
yours.
going
Yes,
to
yes.
spew it.
That's
So
why I wanted to come on here, and as scary as it actually can be, thinking
Well,
like just speaking like this,
Yeah.
you know, you could
Look,
be,
hey, who you telling?
yeah, but I'm not that is what they want. They want us to be scared to not speak our voices, and I will not be
We
scared.
gotta express that
Well,
First
let me
Amendment
just
right.
say, in front of God and everybody in the chat and everybody who watches this in the future, I personally support and encourage both y'all and Auntie and Mom and all y'all that was at the rally to be able to go and support your political candidate, not even have to even kind of think about it one time about if am I going to get shot. So y'all should have been able to do that. Number two thing, anybody in this group is allowed and welcome to come back on the channel after y'all get your thoughts collected. But I do think y'all should go and talk to the people with a little bit bigger reach than me, because if y'all don't give them the statement, they're going to put a statement out that's not
Amen.
yours.
Yep. And the fake statements will be just
Definitely.
rolling around.
Well, thank you, Brittany, for
for the
having us
people.
on and sharing and allowing us to use
Thank
your
you, Brittany.
space.
How can
Sending you love.
how can people follow y'all? I'm sure you'll be tweeting about it and stuff.
Yeah, you can follow me on X is SJB2524. My Instagram is SHAYNEOO. And then, yeah, you can find me there and reach out to me and would love to chat more. So
thank y'all both so much for coming on. Thank you, Mom.
Thank
y'all
you,
better
Brittany.
be careful. Y'all better watch yourself, because I might show up in that pool in the backyard one of these days.
Hey, and when I'm in Philly, we'll be reaching out. So great to see you.
I would
Thank you,
love
Brittany.
that.
Thank
Okay.
you for letting us put our voice out there.
Of
Thank you.
course, anytime. Thanks so
Thank
much.
you.
See y'all
Bye,
later.
everyone.
Stay safe, everyone.
Whew, okay, that was exciting. And let's see if there's anything else. And probably I'll get off soon too. Maybe I'll do some updates tomorrow or something. This I find to be weird. Look at this. See how it's like, oops, something went wrong? Are they like already taking down that video? I don't know. Joseph gave comments on NBC. Thank God. Okay, let's see Joseph's comments, and then I could probably be here doing this all night. Okay, NBC Dr. Trump rally interview. Or maybe someone can send me. Did Monica send it? Okay. No. Let's see. The doctor gave a NBC a statement is what y'all trying to tell me. Looking it up. Dr. Trump rally interview. $15 minutes ago. Is it on video though, or is it just? Oh, yes. Okay, here we go. All right. Breaking news 15 minutes ago. Hold on.
NBC News just reporting that one of the attendees has deceased, has died from injuries as a result of the shooting. Joseph, you told me off camera that you may have.
This is Joseph.
Has deceased, has died from injuries as a result of the shooting. Joseph, you told me off camera that you may have witnessed this, and I'm so sorry to be talking to you in this tragic moment, but can you describe what it is that you saw?
I was attending the rally. I was in the set of bleachers, the very far left of the podium where President Trump was speaking. I was there with friends. I heard several gunshots. The man beside me suffered a gunshot wound to the head, was instantly killed, fell to the bottom of the bleachers. Another woman looked like she got hit in the forearm or hand. And then at that point in time, it was rather chaotic at that point, because half the people were looking because they thought it was fireworks. I knew it was gunshots right away. My friend, he hit the deck. I was kind of looking around just trying to see where the shots were coming from. It seemed to me like the shots were coming from behind the bleachers. It seemed to me the man got hit in the head from behind. He was killed instantly, as far as I could tell. And
so behind the. So, okay. So what we're looking at here is the podium here. Was he over here, or is this the only bleachers?
And a SWAT team, started evacuating the bleachers, and then I helped carry the man out of the bleachers to a tent that was behind the bleachers.
You helped carry the man yourself. What was his condition when you were carrying him?
He's deceased. He died.
How close were you to him?
A couple yards. It wasn't very far.
Did you know the man?
No, that's a complete stranger. They put a towel over his head and then carried him off.
And you said there was another woman nearby who was also injured. Where was she in relation to him?
I believe she was in the bleachers, like either behind, above me, or just to the side of him. But it seemed like she was kind of at my flank, and then she flinched, and it looked like she had taken a gunshot wound to the forearm and hand.
Joseph, from where I was standing, we heard multiple gunshots, 8 to 11 shots. We've been hearing it replayed on the video here. Do you remember? Can you tell? I know it was a chaotic scene, but at what point was it? Immediately when you heard the gunshots that he was shot, or was it later on into the firing?
The first 7, he was hit, and she was hit within the first 7 shots. I counted 7 shots.
What was going through your mind? You were right there. I know it happened so quickly, but what can you tell us about those moments?
First, I was in shock because I know what gunshots sound like, so I knew they were gunshots. I couldn't tell from where they were coming from. And when I noticed someone got hit, I noticed, well, it seemed like they were coming from behind me, and it just was pandemonium. And then I heard some more shots. I couldn't quite tell where they were coming from, but I counted the first 7. They were very loud, very close. And it killed one man and wounded another woman.
And Joseph, you told me that you're a doctor, you're an OBGYN. How did that background play into how quickly you were sort of able to assess the situation and know what happened to these individuals and know what was going on?
Well, I told the police when I tried to render assistance. I told the police I could render assistance. They had another physician on the EMT team, so they kind of took over. So they didn't really need me, so I kind of helped carry him down initially out of the bleachers. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't the man that got hit. There was no assistance that needed to be given, and unfortunately, his family witnessed the whole thing. It seemed like he had several family members in the bleacher with him, and they were quite upset. They didn't know. They were in shock. They didn't quite know what's going on, but the man was definitely killed instantaneously.
Could you tell us sort of how many family members or people who knew him were with him, and what was their reaction?
I thought there was 5 people. 2 of them were relatively hysterical. So, but they were, when we took the man out of the bleachers, he went to the tent. There was an aid tent or some type of tent behind the bleachers where they took the body, and they immediately evacuated the family with them. And 2 out of the 5, it seemed like, in shock, hysterical. Like they were still trying to process what was going on.
Joseph, from where I was standing, we heard the shots. We saw the president go down.
Yeah, I saw President Trump get hit. Yeah.
What can you tell us? What details you remember?
It seemed like his head was off to the side, and it seemed like he got nicked in the ear.
Was that before the Secret Service took him down to the ground, covered him?
Right before the Secret Service. I mean, it was maybe, again, it's hard to tell, time dilates when, it seemed like it was a second or 2. Like the first 7 shots that went off, the man got hit, he was killed almost instantly. The woman in the bleachers, she got injured, like she got hit in the forearm.
So I see y'all commenting in the chat saying, excuse me, that there's another interview with a witness with BBC who maybe saw the shooter. Excuse me. We will watch that after this one. I just want to get through this one.
And then in those rounds that were fired, again, I was videoing the event, so that's when I saw Trump get hit. And it seemed to me like he was looking to the side, and the round grazed his ear. So,
could you tell the gentleman that was hit in the head what angle he was in relation to the former president? Like which direction the bullets were coming from and to?
So it looked like he was facing the president at the very far left portion of the bleachers, so he's directly facing us. Again, it seemed to me like the shots were coming from the rear, like behind us. And for me, it seemed like the man was in the way. I guess.
In the way of the former president?
No, it seemed like the man was in the way of the shots between whoever was shooting the gun and the president.
Okay, so there you have it. Someone did ask that earlier in the chat. Someone did kind of speculate. Is it maybe the reason... is maybe the reason that it was not as a successful shot because perhaps one of the bullets had been obstructed by this man who did ultimately not make it. That's what Joseph, an eyewitness from the scene, allegedly, I mean, that's what he's saying. I have no reason not to believe him at this moment, is saying that is what he thinks.
The man was hit. It seemed like he was in the crossfire.
Listen.
Or left portion of the bleachers, so he's directly facing us. Again, it seemed to me like the shots were coming from the rear, like behind us. And for me, it seemed like the man was in the way. Like, I guess.
In the way of the former president.
No, it seemed like the man was in the way of the shots between whoever was shooting the gun and the president. The man was hit. It seemed like he was in the crossfire.
And I know. And I know you're in shock and still processing all of this. It's sort of hard to evaluate our own emotions in this moment, but you just experienced something horrific.
Yes.
What can you tell us about your state of mind right now?
Yeah, I've had opportunities to go to these rallies before. It was the first one I ever went to. Had time off to go do it. I was kind of excited to go, but it's. Everyone, it's something you don't expect. It comes out of the blue. It's like a bolt out of the blue, and it's shocking. The way politics goes in this country, it just seems like it's really polarized. Everyone's just very angry. I'm honestly shocked this didn't happen earlier. I was commenting to my friend who went to the event with me. I was like, the back behind the bleachers is really open. It seems like a really open venue, and it just, I got this sense that, if someone really wanted to do something, again, I was openly talking to her. I was like, if something was bad was going to be happening, this is the perfect venue to have. I just said this like an hour before it happened. I was like, this would be the perfect place to do it. Surprisingly enough, it happened.
That is ominous.
A devastatingly prescient observation from you. Let me ask you one more question, because from where I was, there was confusion. Then Trump stood up and there were some cheers. And then people sort of remained, those that weren't in sort of the immediate zone where you were, people were still sort of cheering, talking, trying to figure out what was going on. How quickly did you know that whether or not there was still a dangerous situation? It seemed like people sort of started to try to move on very quickly, not sure what had happened, right? So how soon did you know whether or not it was even safe? Did you want to get out of there? What did you witness in sort of the immediate aftermath once the shots stopped?
Well, see, back to the shots went off, everyone thought it was a prank. Everyone, I think, got a sense, like when I looked out into the crowd, everyone thought, I think the initial reaction, everyone thought it was a prank. I knew better it was a gunshot because I just like I got hit. And it did.
For those of us that didn't see, it's some people started laughing, some people were confused. It wasn't immediately clear to the crowd that didn't witness what you witnessed, that this was in fact a dangerous and deadly situation.
It was a dangerous and deadly situation. The problem is it's a large crowd, and when the gunshots went off, I think they were, again, my sense was they were being shot from behind, so they sounded a bit muffled. So it sounded more like a firecracker going off. So I think the initial reaction from the people around me were like, okay, well, someone brought fireworks. I just knew better. I knew what gunshots sound like. And, when I saw the guy took a gunshot wound to the head, and I saw the woman who got hit in the forearm and the hand, I just knew that it wasn't fireworks. I knew it wasn't fireworks initially, but I think the majority of the crowd didn't understand that it was fire or was gunfire. And I think people took it really seriously when the SWAT team started jumping over the rails. So I don't know what to say outside of that.
Joseph, I know this, I can't imagine what it takes to describe what you just witnessed in these moments right in the aftermath. So we thank you so much for sharing. Lester?
And Dasha, thank you for that account. I mean, no one should have.
I'm gonna definitely have to listen to that all over again, because I was reading y'all's comments and stuff. Monica sent me something of someone who was saying that he was. Oh, Meta lifts. Wait, what did Christina send me? Okay. So there's a witness who tried to warn authorities. This is coming from TikTok. Let me pull that up. And then we'll go to BBC. Okay, let me pause this. Hold on. It's not very loud. Huh. I can't hear it, Monica. Okay, let me just see if I can look up the BBC interview itself. Where's that interview? Somebody got a link to it? If they didn't put it up. Fuck. Oh, here we go. Let's try this.
It was rather chaotic at that point.
No, that's Joseph.
Looking because I thought
I want the witness. I want the witness. The TikTok that it wasn't loud enough. I want the BBC witness. BBC witness. It's not. Oh, great. Only TikTok is the only place I can find that crap. Secret Service dropped the ball. Civilian notice that first. Yeah, no, I can't. That's what I said, Tanisha. Like, how old is this man? And Tanisha said, I'm not a fan of Trump at all. But this is crazy. He's 80 years old. Imagine being 80 and having to get the ground like that because somebody is shooting at you. Oh, Edie tagged me? Okay, hold on. Let me go to that. I think it was posted on X a bunch, people are saying. All right, let's go over there then. What did you tag? Surprise witness or BJ investigates? Okay, here's. Oh, wow. Okay, so let me pull this up.
If you want to really see something that said, take a look what happened. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that said, take a look what happened. And you know,
that kind of sounds like exactly what they described to us just now. From the scene, Shane and his family. Okay, let's see what else y'all tagged me in. Interview with ER doctor. Okay, what's this? There's a lot of stuff on X. Oh, that's apparently him. There does appear to be somebody up on that roof laying there. This is a war zone. I'm looking for what Edie tagged me in. Let's see. Maybe it's BJ Investigates. You tagged BJ Investigates instead. Okay, let me go log into that. Shoot. Wait. 2 assassination attempts? Elon Musk? Oh my God, please. Why is he choosing right now to talk about this on Twitter? 5 minutes ago? 5 minutes ago? Elon Musk talking about the 2 assassination attempts? I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't know why. Let's see. Let me just sign into this different account. Let's see if that's where y'all tagged me. 31 seconds. Oh, thank God. Okay, got it. Ah! Wait a second. Let me get situated here. This says this BBC interview with a guy outside the security perimeter who claims he saw the shooter before he fired. Okay. Why isn't this on YouTube? I had to go to Twitter for it. All right. Come on now. Oh. That's aggravating. Musk just stated he endorses Trump. Why is this doing this right now? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get it going.
So we had a party here all day. You can see behind us the breakfast farming greenhouse here. We had a party, and we all decided, hey, you know, when we hear Trump up there, we're going to walk up through the field, stand by the trees up there under the shade, and watch and listen to the rally. Right? We couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, but we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, and we're pointing at the guy crawling.
I would really like to have seen some footage of this bear crawl up beside a building. How do you even do that?
He had a rifle. We can clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, oh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage?
Wow.
I'm standing there pointing at him for 2 or 3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there.
For a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service.
We were telling the police. We were pointing at him for the Secret Service.
There's gotta be somebody has got to have had footage of this man on this roof. It's gotta be.
We're looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time we were standing by that tree. Did they use binoculars? Did they see? Probably not, because the roof, the way that the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here? This is not a big place.
Did you see?
Stevie Ray said they need to hire this man on Trump security. Clearly he saw it. If he's, I don't know if he's telling the truth.
Oh, yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, just be careful because we haven't got any fortune, but you're pretty sure they shot the guy.
Absolutely, 100%.
You saw that happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you see them go up to him afterwards?
The news guy's like, no, you can't say the real thing that happened like that. You have to use special, polite Britain words.
They crawled up on the roof. They had their guns pointed at him, make sure he was dead. He was dead. And that was it. It was over.
That's incredibly shocking.
The guy was on the roof right there. You can see the white roof right there.
Did you get a look at it?
No, other than he was in muted colors, tan type clothing. We saw the rifle flying around as he was trying to crawl. We saw the rifle, 100%.
Do you know about guns? Do you know what kind of weapon it was?
Oh, absolutely know about guns, for sure. It's a razor rifle of some sort. I wouldn't know, I wasn't close enough to read the label on it, but it was a rifle of some sort. Yeah, absolutely.
Regardless of anything else, what an interesting cultural clash or mashup, collaboration, I'll say. These two talking out on the street.
What do you process what you just said? I don't know what to say, man. All I'll tell you is, if I walked up close to there with anything that Secret Service considered a problem, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you right now.
And we did hear from Shane and his family. There were security metal detector checks and stuff for people.
Guy who we're standing there pointing out, the police and Secret Service is crawling up the roof. Yes.
I do wish anybody would have got a video, an image of some of the man crawling up the roof.
Right there by that tree. We were outside the security building. But my question is, there's only a few buildings around here. Why is Secret Service not at every building here?
There's a whole bunch of questions. I think they're going to come.
There's a whole bunch of questions.
Well, that is a similar question to the one that Shane's sister was asking. Like, why is this building so easily accessible?
Yes, she was right in front of me. She kept going back and forth right in front of me. Yes.
Tell us about her.
course, nice lady, run out with a flag. Seemed very, patriotic. What's the significance of that? No, he asked me if I saw a horse. Well, listen, I'm sorry you had to witness that. It was a terrible thing.
Who's live?
Stay safe with your
Someone's live on CNN right now. Who? CNN live.
FanDuel Casino has your chance at the
No. Somebody send me the link. So live. Chico said, I've worked a Trump rally before as production at the Landers in South Haven. Secret Service wouldn't even let us near the building until he was on the bus. He should have called 911 in the 20 minutes he was pointing, watching the guy on the roof. Hello. I guess I'm still live. I know. I'm tired. I'm taking tomorrow off. I'm going to be at my pool. It's ABC and NBC that are live, y'all are saying. Okay. Who said he was live on CNN right now? Maybe it's CNN TV, not CNN Internet. NBC, CBS. Getting tired of these people.
Undoubtedly change radically. I'm sure effective immediately, and so that will be a big change at various rally sites. And then there'll be a look into, was there anything about this individual that could have been looked at further? Did anybody know if they had any sort of knowledge of this in advance? So those are all the things that are happening literally as we speak. We do know that the FBI was requested by the U.S. Secret Service to investigate this, and that call was obviously taken, and the FBI is very much involved, along with the local U.S. Attorney's Office. And they will go through and get the necessary warrants for the property of this individual and anybody known to them. And the question is, obviously, where did things come from and when? And was this person picked up in the moments beforehand? We're a little bit more cautious in this day and age. Not that we never were, but we're a little more cautious in this day and age with deep fake videos, with AI generated videos and images that we really try to do to the best of our human
I will
ability.
say, whenever a very, very reliable source texted me the news on the first instance, actually a mod pony, thank you. And my first knee-jerk reaction was, is that real? It was like Donald Trump shot in the head at rally. I was like, okay, please.
Effort to make sure that things that are floating around online or are sent to us are in fact accurate and are not some sort of machine generated image. The images you are looking at are most certainly not. And it should be pointed out that there's a number of photographers that are part of the press pool who took these photographs, and as well as the video that we've seen, and that those individuals obviously were potentially in harm's way as well, but not as much, obviously, as the Secret Service agents who rushed to surround the former president and make sure that if there were any other...
So what...
Those Secret Service agents...
Hold on. What did Monica say? Andy Cooper? Who's that? Andy Cooper. CNN. What is that? Who's Andy Cooper? I'm supposed to know who that is. Oh, Anderson Cooper? I see Megyn Kelly.
You don't want the whole world to know how sick you are. This girl can cause a lot of problems.
Shut up. Get your ad out of here. Okay, who's this?
In the world, that's very, very impressive to him, and the people needed to see that too. Can you imagine how scared the people would be if they didn't know? And for him to keep his thoughts together enough to reassure them, I thought was awesome. But look,
Okay, I don't know who this guy is. Thank you so much. B for the super chat. Oh man, who do I try? I seriously, I don't know. It's a lot. Well, I've been live for like, I don't know, 8 hours or something today, and I'm tired. So I may go back live about this tomorrow if there's more. Anderson Vanderbilt, literally. If there's more to talk about, but I think I've had about all I could take right now under these lights, and it is very hot up here. So, I'm gonna have to see it tomorrow, Edie. I'm whooped. So I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Facts and information. Love you, Mina. Bye.